you fall in love with me again? Tell me how I should make amends. Oh my darling, please never let me go. There's just one thing that maybe you should know. I love them pretty lies, pretty lies, pretty lies. I hate them lonely nights, lonely nights, lonely nights. Oh.
This man was driving down a haunted road when this happened. On a late Sunday night, a musician by the name Eder Olivas was making his way home. His family had fallen asleep, so Eder was driving alone. He was driving through Highway Saltillo Torreon in Mexico, which is believed to be haunted from the many people that have lost their lives in these roads. While driving through the dark road, Eder sees something from the corner of his eye. You can see what looks like a headless woman running against traffic. Eder says he did not believe it at first, since he was so tired he thought he was hallucinating. But after reviewing the clip, that event will haunt his nightmares. Two guys were driving along a haunted highway when this happened. This eerie dashcam footage shows two guys driving along a highway in the middle of the night, when out of nowhere, a woman walks towards their truck. The two guys immediately stop the truck and call 911, but neither them or the police could find this woman. What's even creepier is that they would later find out that figure that looked like a teenage girl had died in these roads. She had been making her way back home one night when she was hit by a truck.
Montage of clips taken over the course of around 5 months. The first clip is in January 2017 and shows a man in a car pull up next to a woman asking her if she needed a ride. The woman would respond saying she lived just right here, but would later go on to regret telling the man this, as just the next day the same car can be seen lingering around just outside her home. Over the course of the next few days, the car can continually be seen driving by watching the house. Eventually, the man is able to confront the woman again, and this time tells her he could use some help around his house. The woman would obviously refuse to help the man, but this wouldn't stop him. Later, the same man can be seen, this time in a different car, leaving a note in the house's mailbox. The note again stated that he could use some help around the house, but this time he wrote down his phone number. The woman obviously wouldn't call the number, but instead called the police to report the situation. One comment suggested that the man was most likely just waiting for the right moment to snatch the woman.
Biglang primo.
Tama araw. Pag-pray. Wala, ala!
In August of 2012, the dashcam of this police cruiser would capture an officer with the Louisville Metro Police Department pulling over a Honda Accord that had expired plates. Three were inside the vehicle, and upon talking to them, the officer conducting the traffic stop would quickly pick up on the nervous and anxious behavior they were giving off. A few seconds later, and the officer would hear the sound of kicking and yelling coming from inside the trunk of the vehicle. This is when the officer would call for backup and have to forcefully detain the three suspects. All the officers on scene would then cautiously open the trunk. They would find a man with a towel tied around his head and his hands tied around his back. The man inside the trunk turned out to be the owner of the vehicle. He had been working the closing shift at a Circle K gas station 7 miles down the road. Once he closed up the store and started walking to his car, he would be attacked. The three suspects would then steal the man's car, but rather than leave him behind, they would tie him up and stuff him in the trunk of his own car before fleeing with it. Following the incident, the three responsible would be arrested. They were later identified as 27-year-old Trent Bly, 27-year-old Joseph Davis, and 28-year-old Brittany Elder. What they had planned to do with the victim is still unknown. Had the plates on the car not been expired, the traffic stop likely would not have even happened, and the victim would have been at the complete mercy of these people and their intentions. Other than being roughed up and moderately dehydrated from the heat of the trunk, the victim would make it out unharmed.
Alright, so we got some more disturbing dash cam footage. Let's check it out.
This video features a man and his wife on vacation in India. After spending the day at a local city, the couple finally decided to head back to the resort they were staying at on a rented motorbike at around 10 p.m. at night. But after around 10 miles, it was becoming clear to them that they had missed their exit. Figuring it was too late at this point, the couple ultimately decided to keep going straight in the hopes of getting back to a main road. The couple was now miles away from any kind of civilization. And disturbingly, as they kept going, a woman wearing all white standing on the side of the road can be seen slowly coming into view.
Hell no. 10 o'clock at night on a motorbike. Seeing a woman just standing in the road. I've seen way too many horror movies.
The couple would of course end up speeding past the woman, who doesn't even seem to react. And again, you gotta remember, it was 10 p.m. at night when this happened, and that section of the road is miles away from any kind of civilization. Wow. Who this woman was, or why she was on a desolate road in the middle of the night, still remains unknown.